But we were being handsy and we're making out. It's getting steamy. We're saying things here and there, and it's going good. Until this man says, like, in a sexy voice, "Don't tell your mom." Don't tell my mama what? What's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, glad that you have made it here. If you're returning, you already know how you're rocking. I told you I was going to be more consistent. I didn't say how consistent, but I did say you would see my face more. So, we're not even going to beat around the bush. I'm going to just hop straight into this video because I've been wanting to record for a while and I've already recorded this video. Ooh. But I had a misunderstanding of what an ick actually was. I was born in 97, so these words don't come naturally to me. And I'm like, you're like, oh, well, why do you mention that? It means I'm not in the know anymore. I'm not in the know age. So when things like Riz and ick, when words like that are being brought up, I don't always know what they mean. Originally, an ick was supposed to be an annoyance, and that is what I'm going to be making a video about, just like tiny things that may or may not annoy me or have annoyed me in the past or just kind of rub me the wrong way, but they're not necessarily deal breakers. I got a bit confused because if you watch the content on TikTok, there are people who do that with the like annoyance thing, and then there are people who talk about their icks being actual deal breakers. So I made the video where it was giving more deal breaker, but I really wanted to kind of follow the trend that it was intended to be. So yeah, peep the shirt just to be in good February spirit. Happy Black History Month. Okay, okay. I am going to be giving you guys 14 things that give me the ick. And all of these things have happened to me, whether it was someone I was dating or just like casually, or someone I was dating seriously, or just someone I was getting to know and they just eh. Number one, having long hair. Now, this one is 100% subjective, depends on the person. When and it may be a smidge racial. I don't discriminate when it comes to who I date. However, I will say I am more into men with long hair when they are black. Like if you have locks. The allergies are coming because my nose keeps running. I don't mind locks as long as they're put together, look neat, clean, cool. Not the biggest into the freeform locks, but I have recently seen someone who had freeform and I was like, oh, he looked good. That looks good on him. I love it. It really just depends. I think this kind of really goes more for my white man. I cannot deal with the like emo haircut, the Justin Bieber, or like I just don't really like it when the hair is past the ears. Cut it. Cut it. Because you're starting to look like your sister. It was just like I was chatting with a guy that I met off of Tinder. On his profile, his picture, he had a short haircut and it looked good on him. Yum. He did warn me, hey, we're in quarantine. I haven't really been able to get a haircut. So my hair is growing out a bit. And I was like, okay. I honestly didn't even know it was an ick until this day because he had brought me food. And when he got out the car, I saw his hair and I was like, oh no, I don't think I like that. And he didn't look per se ugly. It just wasn't giving. I don't know. I don't like the shaggy look, really. Clean cut, just keep it clean, keep it short. That is how I feel about long hair. Long hair can be an ick for me, but it's not a given. Generally speaking, I do prefer that a guy just have short hair, regardless of the race. Just keep it short. I love a fade. I love a fade. Okay, so like do that. I don't know. Number two, having your iPhone sounds on. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Androids make noise. So any phone, just having the sounds on, like your keyboard sounds, and you got all these ringtones when you get notifications. I am like a 65-year-old woman. I hate noise. And I know that my grandmother did this to me because she hated noise, and now I hate noise. I don't like loudness. I don't even sleep really with noise. Like I'll sleep with white noise because I have a child. Um, but that's as bad as noisy as it gets. Being around someone who has that keyboard, I think you're a psycho killer because who wants to listen to that? Is it me? Am I the drama? I just don't think so. I cannot stand iPhone sounds. So if you have them on, it's a bit of an ick for me. I am a silent phone girly. And I know you're like, well, you could probably never find your phone. I can't. You got me. But all I know is you better turn that shit off. Hate it. Ugh. Number three. Making noise when you eat is just like, why are we doing it? Why are we moaning? Why are we? It's literally a Chipotle bowl, bro. It just doesn't require all of that audio. Well, you can't taste the food if you don't snack. Why do y'all say that? Why do you loud eating MFers always say if you're not smacking on the food, you can't taste it? Stop saying that and stop making noise when you eat. I'm the person that is going to stare at you the entire time you eat if you smack. Or I'm just gonna pick up my food and go to a different room because it's that bad. I can't. One of my best friends moans when she eats, and honestly, it didn't really bother me until like more recently. And I was just like, the audio, babe. I'm trying to enjoy my food too, and you're over here moaning like you're having an orgasm. You can be my best friend or my boyfriend. The loud eating has to go. The loud eating has to go because you're making my ears hurt. Number four, and men are really infamous for this. Not flushing the toilet is actually disgusting. More so when it's poop. However, when it's pee pee, it does not make it better because I can tell when you're not drinking enough water. I can tell because you forgot to flush. And now I see that you have been drinking your 8 water bottles a day. That became one of my biggest icks when I was with my ex boyfriend because he often, often forgot to flush. And I just thought it was so disgusting. And I'm like, did you forget to wash your hands too? It's like, I just feel like there are certain things in life that are like steps. The one, two, three, boom. Using the bathroom is one of them. You walk in the bathroom, you turn on the light. You go to the toilet, you may sit, you may stand. You use the restroom, you may wipe, you may not. Weirdos. And then you flush. Actually, I personally close the lid because all of that water is shooting up at you and you are getting booty juice water in your face when you stare into the toilet to see if it's gone down. Yeah, now you have an eye infection. Not literally, but close enough. We close the lid, we flush the toilet, we wash our hands, grab the napkin, turn off the light, go about your day. But no, some of y'all be forgetting to flush. And forgetting to flush every once in a while is not the worst thing in the world. Nobody's perfect. Even the culprit of this had brought me into the bathroom once because sometimes our toilet required a double flush. And it was one of those days where I did not double flush. So he was like, "Yeah, you see that? You do it too. You've done it 5 times this week. This is my first time you've ever had to come after me and tell me that there is something there. It's just flush the toilet, bro. Just flush the toilet." I've kind of already said this one, but this is going to be number 5. It's similar to number 2, but I guess it adds on more technology. Loudness, loud TVs, loud phones, just like loudness in general. And don't be the person who gets on their phone the second they wake up, have your phone on the highest volume, and will watch videos like a person is not sleeping next to you. One of my best friends used to do it. One of my exes used to do it. And I'm just like, do you want me to strangle you? You gotta stop doing that if you want to keep living. It's rude as fuck because I don't like you're over here cackling and I'm trying to sleep still while you're cackling and you've got this loud video playing. There was one point when I was living with a partner and he would have the TV in the living room so loud. I could hear the movie perfectly clear as if I was right in front of the TV. It wasn't like a little slight echo or like I can hear. No, like it is blazing. And I'm a little deaf. I'm a little deaf. So if I can hear this verbatim, you need to turn that shit down. I would always have to, "Babe, can you turn on the TV? Ears are sensitive." Not really. I just don't want to hear that shit. I hate noise. Because every TV is not created equal. But if I had to guess a number that's too loud, I would say anything above 20 on most TVs is when the TV starts to scream at you. If you're not trying to have an audience, like a big grouping of people watch a show together or something, there's literally no reason for your TV to be that loud. And even when it's a group of people, can y'all not hear? Does anyone in here use a hearing aid? And that's why I love subtitles. But I know some people, I honestly used to not be a subtitles girly. And then I don't know who started it, but like now I can't stop using subtitles. How do y'all feel about subtitles? I kind of need them now because I'm like, I feel like I can't hear almost. And maybe that affects our hearing, like always having to have the subtitles on. Hmm. What y'all think about subtitles? How are you enjoying this? Are you liking it? Are you agreeing with me? Am I right about everything? If you are enjoying it so far, why don't you go ahead and subscribe or like or comment or share or all of them? You can mix and match. You can do them all. But I suggest you stick around because you're going to like it here. But it's no pressure, babe. I want you to be at optimal comfort before you commit to subscribing. So you keep watching. Let's move on. 123 a.m. I see 123 all the time. This is going to be number 6. Relying on your parents too much is definitely going to give me the icky wickies. I was dating someone, and in my own personal opinion, he called his mama too much to like figure things out for him. And I'm like, you didn't want to Google that, or you didn't want to ask another adult in the household. Like, you called your mom, bro? It just would give me the ick. When she would start handling things I felt like he should be handling, because we're not all knowing. And I think having a parent available who can guide you and give you like reliable advice is great. But you call her every time like a damsel in distress, that's a major ick for me, because why aren't you handling things on your own? I'm not a spring chicken. We are way too close to 30 for you to be calling your mom to handle your eviction. That's all I'm saying. Number 7, pubes. That's it. Pubes. If you have invited me to your home and I go to use your restroom and the first thing I see is your beard hair all over the sink, you can absolutely guarantee you'll be getting nowhere near my vagina. Because ew. Clean that shit up. And why is it all over the place like that? Having your loosey goosey ball hairs, chin hairs, hairs off the top of your head, having that loosely all around just gives me the heebie jeebies. If I go to take a shower after you, pretty please with the cherry on top, rinse out your ball hair that's all over the bottom of this tub. Please and thank you. It literally gives me the heebie jeebies when I go to take a shower and there's pubes everywhere. Like, bro, bro, what are you doing? Ah! It's just one of those things. And if it's a hair or two, I'm not tripping. But I shave my entire body and I make sure that there's no hair left behind. Because you don't want to see my pubes and I don't want to see your pubes. So clean it up. Oh, just that around the sink and in the tub, like, oh, it's making me itch. It's making me itch. Number 8, being a bad tipper is just shameful. Everyone can feel how they feel about tipping. I like to tip well, especially if the service accommodates for the tip that they're getting. Why are you afraid to leave more than $3 at this damn table? And don't let it be upscale, honey. Not tipping or just tipping very poorly, it just feels icky. And it feels like you're not really a humanitarian. You're not really for the people. Something about that just gives me the ick. Being a bad tipper. If you're going to tip poorly, I will bring cash so I can tip. How about that? Because what you're not going to do is make both of us look bad. Nope. Nope. I've worked in food service, and even I've just been in customer service. So to go out and get good service is honestly, in this day and age, I won't say it's hard to come by, but like, I appreciate it when the person waiting on me is actually like nice and helpful and on top of their stuff, because I've been out and the person is not attentive. They forget about you. Like, if you don't tip them well, I'm the kind of tipper, I definitely tip based on how you did. I don't care. I tip on how you did, because you can be having a bad day and that literally has nothing to do with being that just has nothing to do with me. So like, don't be rude to me because you're having a bad day. I can't get you with that. How about you get no tip? How about that? But yeah, being a bad tipper is definitely an ick for me, because why are you being cheap? Very general ick, like for all people. Talking to me while I clearly have in headphones is one of my biggest icks. Like, I know you see me doing something. So why are you still trying to talk to me? I was at the gym. It was like my first day back in the gym after not being in the gym for a long time. So I'm like pumped. I'm focused. I'm about to get on the Stairmaster. I got my playlist literally just got on the Stairmaster, right? I'm climbing, and I got a cute fit on. I had my Fabletics fit. Eh, that gets the honeys with the monies. Not necessarily, but it gets your attention. So I see this guy, like, I think he might have double backed. I don't know. I was really trying to look forward so I can find, is it Jishti? Just find my focus to where I don't focus on what I'm doing. Because if I keep looking at this timer, it's going to make me feel more tired versus if I just look straight and maybe at the TV or just find a focal point to focus on so I can get through this workout. He comes up to me and starts having a conversation with me, like headphones in the middle of my workout. The audacity to be kind of like rude? I don't know the word for it, but he was on some, hey, what time are we going to dinner? Horrible pickup line. Horrible pickup line. Stop going up to women and asking them when y'all are going on a fucking date. That's not a good pickup line. Stop doing that. So I was just like, I gotta check my schedule. It's like, oh, well, what about this day? What about this day? What about this day? Like asking me, because I legitimately be having plans. Like, and I don't even know you. Why would I go out with you? But he ends up asking me for my number. Remind you, I'm still walking on this Stairmaster, and you're really breaking my focus. And I don't have to take out my AirPod. Ew. So it gets to the point where he asked for the number. I really don't give out my number like that. Like, I really try not to. I don't care if you're butthurt about me only wanting to give you my Instagram because my government name is on my Instagram. You can look up my whole government name, where I live, with my phone number. So, like, why the fuck would I want to give you my phone number? What do people not understand about that? Do people not realize that kind of information is public and that I have been able to put two and two together solely off of a phone number having no other information? No, I don't want to give you my number. So now you've had me take out my headphones. You're talking to me in the middle of my workout. And now you're salty because I don't want to give you my number? I was like, oh, he's like, can I have your number? I was like, do you use Instagram? He was like, no. I was like, well, then no. You don't use Instagram? I was like, well, I guess we won't be like connected because I don't give out my number. Okay, well, take mine, and when you're ready, you can hit me up. Never hit that man up. And I'm almost certain he found me on TikTok. Still, he still managed to find me on TikTok. And he did not know my name. Good day, sir. Nope. That kind of spiraled into a different topic. But don't talk to me while I have in headphones, is the moral of that story. I Yes, this is number 10. And this is such an unserious one, but like, never showing your feet? Like, what are you hiding down there? I just think it's strange to never show your feet. Let them dogs breathe, boy. One dude that I talked to briefly, like, he hates his toes, or I think he just doesn't like toes. I don't know. He will go swimming with socks on. Like, that makes me cringe so badly because stepping in something wet with socks on is a horrible feeling. So, like, submerging your feet in the pool with socks on, I just think it's like psychotic. But yeah, show them toes. I'm trying to see some. Show me them toes. Number 11. During sexy time, and I mean pound town, all that talking has to be like we gotta find our rhythm because generally speaking I like talking, but like when it starts to feel like we're having a conversation, i'm I'm turned off now. Like, you're slowly drying up the well the more you talk. There was this one dude I was getting frisky with, and this was our, like, maybe second time being intimate with one another. And the first time wasn't like that. The first time we were intimate, all these words were not there. They were not there. So, or maybe it was the first time. If it wasn't the first time, it was the second time. We only were intimate like 3, 4 times altogether. Me and this guy are on our way to Pound Town. Actually, we're already there. We're driving through. And he just keeps talking like a motor mouth talking. Shut the fuck up. It's one of those situations where it's like, this is telling me that you're inexperienced because if you could pick up on like cues, you would know to be like quiet. Because he kept asking me stuff like, oh yeah, you like that? Oh yeah, you a good girl? You like to be called a good girl or a bad girl? Oh yeah, are you a good girl or a bad girl? You like that, don't you? Shut up. No. What if I said no right now? What would you do? Hmm. So while he's doing these things, I'm trying to focus and I'm like, making little noises, but I'm literally saying nothing, nothing, nada. I was hush mouth, nothing. But he continues to talk, and I can't even reverse back to everything he was saying, but it was too damn much. And when I'm not giving you those cues, maybe you should just stop talking as I'm digging in my nose. Because that was not the first time. There was another time where we were being risky, and, we were doing our thing, and he goes, I want to say exactly how he said it, but I don't think I can. Long story short, he is basically like, you want to have another baby. I was like, don't ever say that again. I think right after we stopped, like, okay, time out, flag on the play. This nigga's giving red flags because, and he apologized. He was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. And I was like, yes, the fuck you did. You meant to say it, and that's weird. Like, I didn't like that. Don't say that. Having one child was traumatizing enough. Why would you even insinuate trying to get me pregnant again? And this is not coming from the man that originally impregnated me already. And I was just like, no. There was a time in high school, someone I was dating said the cringiest things. Hey, mom, if you're watching, now is a great time not to. I don't think you are, but if you are, now is a great time to keep it pushing. But we were being handsy and we're making out, it's getting steamy. We're saying things here and there and it's going good. Until this man says, like, in a sexy voice, don't tell your mom. Don't tell my mama what? That you was over here? I wasn't gonna do that anyway. And I'm like, we zoomed past that and we got to the better parts. But yeah, and he has said something else another time, and it's kind of a messed up story, so I'm not going to tell it. But yeah, all that chatting, it can be good, but it can also be very bad. So if you're not getting a response, you should shut the fuck up and just keep doing the motions. Okay? Okay. Sagging. Why are we still doing it? It's 2024. Why are we still sagging? Why can't I still see your drawers? Why? 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 It is a very big ick for me. I do not want to see your britches. I need you to pull your pants up. I need them to fit on your waist. Because why are we looking at your drawers? Hello? Are your pants too tight to where your balls can't breathe? Because maybe you should go up a size instead of trying to wear the too tiny pants and sag them. I just cannot stand sagging. It is so unattractive and it really makes my like ugh. I've dated someone who liked to sag. I'm just like, stop doing that. Just stop doing that. And he didn't. Because he's a grown man. He can make his own decisions and it's his life, his body, whatever. It's just an ick. It's a major ick for me. Don't sag. Don't like that. Number 13. All of number 13 really says it's being self absorbed, but really like not being a conversationalist. I'm the kind of person who loves to get to know other people. So if you can bore me by like trying me, if you are able to bore someone who genuinely likes to learn things about other people, you're not really a great conversationalist. And I've been in like two or three situations, specifically with Leo men, where they just like are selling themselves in a way or just like telling me their life story in a way that is so fucking boring. Snoozeville. And I'm like, wow, how does anyone sit here and listen to you talk about yourself? Because I personally have zoned out 5 times. And on the sixth, I might shoot myself. So, yeah. Just not being able to hold a conversation is more so the ick, because I don't mind people talking about themselves, but talking about yourself in a way that doesn't make it a conversation is very boring to me, and it gives me the ick because it's like you just wanted to talk about yourself. You don't want to know anything about me. Got it. Anyway, last but certainly not least, if you can't hold your liquor, you can't come out with me. That is just a no-no. I don't do throw up, and I don't typically throw up when I drink. And if I do throw up when I drink, I typically make it to the toilet. I have not had an incident, knock on wood, where I've gotten very intoxicated and have thrown up somewhere that I shouldn't have. It is always making it to the toilet. So if you drinking with me and maybe I'm doing too much, maybe this just isn't your body, don't get sick trying to keep up with me. Like, this is in my genetics, okay? Alcoholism is in the bloodline, so you shouldn't be keeping up with me if that's not in your bloodline. I used to date a guy who would get so drunk, bro. He would get so drunk. And he would get sick every single time. He would get sick every time. And I'm like, this is actually annoying. And it's honestly inconsiderate, because what if we were both that drunk? Who was going to take care of who? How was we getting home? Why am I always DD? Why am I always DD? Because you can't hold nothing down. And you do too much when you start drinking. Like, I think guys just overestimate how much they can drink before they get drunk. And it will always be, he getting drunk in the club, he want to go eat something, now he throwing it up. We have identified a pattern. When you're eating and drinking, you get sick. So maybe eat before you drink, or don't eat at all. There's no between. You cannot eat after because you're going to vomit. He would never listen. Not only do you need to be carried because you're that intoxicated, it's not like you're 200 pounds and 5 feet taller than me, but you are also vomiting. And I hate vomit. Like, it's just the worst. That is always my thing with drinking. I'm like, none of y'all motherfuckers better get sick. And I'm not gonna be mean to you because you are sick. But like, I really don't like when people get so drunk that they get sick on a consistent basis. It's, if this is our first time drinking together, like, cool, whatever. Maybe even the second time, but like when it becomes a pattern and people have to consistently take care of you, that is actually really obnoxious. And I will tell you that you cannot come out and drink with me if you're going to be doing that, because I don't have time. I didn't come out here to babysit. I came out here to be lit. Not holding your liquor shit is lame to me. But if but that doesn't mean you're not a good person. So I might let it slide for you. If you have made it this far, that means you like me. You like my voice. It's how you on. Oh, what Sexy say? What Sexy say? I'm looking for the you. If you have made it this far, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to drop down in the comments and tell me about your eggs. Do you agree with my eggs? Do you have icks of your own? Did I give you an ick? Like, is there an ick about me that you're kind of forming? Like, I'm feeling a little judged, bro. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.